Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So during Super Bowl weekend, media's going on in Vegas. Cam Newton's having his podcast, 4th and 1, right? He's making appearances and people are coming on to his show. And Pacman Jones, what he's doing is just like, you know what? I got to take this experience in. I got to be the butt of this. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a joke. And I got to find a way to make myself a butt of it. You know what I'm saying? So, ridiculous. He goes up to Cam Newton and kisses this guy. This is like some weirdo stuff. And, football's a team sport. And you get a lot of guys pulled from around the country and they're trying to find the quickest guy or what. They're not even trying. Sometimes they're just plugging and going. That's what it is. And then if you jackpot, you're the one who hit. That's what it is. They're trying to open doors around that joker, and that's what it is. You feel me? But I say that to say you get personalities coming. They're not looking for they'll have some stringent rules set up. But it's always a few that just, they make the curve. That's just what it is. And I've always thought this was like one of those weird type of guys. Straight up. You run into some weird people. I'm not hating on the man. He bag rocked. Okay, he cashed in. He inhaled. You know what I'm saying? And he basically has the spoils to account for. But, really, But in exchange for what? Your mental health, mental stability. This guy's going off the deep end, and this is not the first time he's pulled some weird stuff like this. What's your deal? You're going around kissing other grown men. He kissed Pat McAfee. All right, kissed that guy on his show. Was arrested in the airport. All right, I think that happened when the Brittany Grimer situation was going on, right? And when she ended up having some THC residue or something found on her person at an airport in Germany, I believe, and she was detained. And then you had Iman Shumpert, right? That's what it was. It was just ridiculous, and it's sad, bro. It's just sad. I get it. I definitely get it. I understand being in the thick of things and it's just being like a vortex and you're pulled inside that vortex and you're like, man, and with all other odds, you're just hoping that, things will work out for the better, but it just doesn't. And you're starting to, like I say, definitely this week, the trend this week has been people popping out. You feel me? People popping out. That's gonna be the thing. And it's gonna be a new trend. And all these guys who has been popping out, they're gonna be stuck out. There ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? All that lane switching, you're gonna have to find the lane pretty soon. And I'm not saying that in a mean way or negative way or anything like that. It's what it is. The truth is gonna surface. But I'm not harping on that. I want to make that a bigger than what it is. It was, it's just news. Come on, man. You feel me? Another grown man gonna come and kiss you on. Nah, man. That's something to talk about. You feel me? And for me, it's it's perfect for me because it's these are the guys. These are the talented guys. These are the guys who, are basically shooting for the stars and actually that's what they become. They become stars. But yet, these guys with all the weird quirkiness that, that goes on, right? These guys are regular at the end of the day, right? So I'm not going to hold them any higher regard. They're human beings, right? They like the same. They listen to the same music that you listen to. They like the same songs you listen to. So it's just you feel me? It's how old is this guy? You know what I'm saying? This guy's like pretty close to he's about to be like in his late 40s. He's going to be 50 pretty soon. And this is what he's doing. How tall is this guy? This is extremely childish behavior. And out of all people, he ran up on Cam Newton. That's putting this man in a bad spot. You see that? That's like mental illness. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to me. But in other news, you had an apology issued to Cam Newton, which I think Pacman should be doing here in the near future. Okay? But in all honesty, I don't know. Maybe Cam is gonna have to eat that. I really feel like Cam is gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Being a younger guy in a situation, I feel like he's gonna have no other choice but to eat that. Which is weird to me, you feel me? And I haven't seen no funny type behavior come from Cam, but other than what you see now, you know, the shenanigans and the style and all that. So maybe he's wanting somebody to try him, and that's what happened. But Stephen A. Smith apologizes to Cam Newton, which I thought was a classy thing to do, because he made comments about Brock Purdy, which I've always felt like, you know, some of his accomplishments do go unnoticed, like him making an appearance to a Super Bowl and, like, you know, being the quarterback, being the number one guy in the NFL for a while, you know, and getting an MVP. He made comments towards that, which I thought was, I mean, that's respect, you know. But in all honesty, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a starting quarterback in the NFL. I believe everybody feels that you have the capability to be an MVP and making a Super Bowl appearance, if not collect a ring. But, you know, given that opportunity, but it's still a very hard thing to do, of course, right? But giving his, you know, size, weight, you know, your height and all that stuff, and just, you know, people expect you to, you know, that to be an easy feat for you. However, it's not. And a lot of people give, you know, a lot of people criticize individuals who, like, you know, commentators and people who make all these great predictions, who have these, who are hosts of shows surrounded around the NFL and the athletic field, basically reporting on that. And athletes, I want to say, are very critical of some of the calls that these individuals make, because their lack of experience of actually playing that sport that they're highly critical of, and vice versa. What happens sometimes is when these guys take off a helmet, and then they, you know, take off shoulder pads, and then they go on one of these shows, or they voice their opinion, or they erect their own type of show, such as Cam Newton does because of his following. Other people, these commentators, are critical of them and their ability to, you know, influence and just to have an audience behind them who believes what they're saying is actually true, and they're not just basically gaslighting their audience because of their name, which I think both sides is like validated, right? Because it is what it is. You've never really arrived, you know, like the next day could be it for you. And like, until you understand that, until you like live life like that, you know, it's going to be very difficult, because you don't want to get too comfortable. I'll just say that. You really never do, you know, because that's when it's next on you. But like I say, he apologizes to Cam Newton. I thought that was very classy for Stephen A. Smith to do. I think the move for Shannon Sharp to go to First Take over there on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith was a very, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, is it gonna work? But what these two guys have done together, brilliant. Very brilliant. And I thought it was a very classy thing to do. And I think Cam Newton maybe needs a little bit more of that, because it's been hard. I will say that it has definitely been hard on Cam Newton, and a lot of people have not gave him his praises and his respect, dude. Because what he did over there at Auburn, and I mean, come on, that's very. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? And he was a very, very good guy, and just didn't win a Super Bowl. Maybe didn't play to the highest standard or the highest level that he could have. But hey, he made an appearance, and I think he did very well for for what it was, if that's anything. But that's what I got for you guys, man. Peace. I'm out.